Speaker, the Prime Minister of the State of Israel.
This is not a clash of civilizations. It's a clash between barbarism and civilization. It's a clash between those who glorify death and those who sanctify.
All of the disasters I've seen combined, 40 mission trips, 30 years, ground zero, earthquakes, all of that combined doesn't equal the level of carnage that I saw against civilians in just my first week in Gaza.
So as I speak, a war criminal called Benjamin Netanyahu has been welcomed, given red carpet by none other than America to celebrate his barbarism, to celebrate his butchery, to celebrate his brutal slaughtering of more than 40,000 women and children in Gaza. That's how America celebrates a war criminal. America that would want the world to believe that they are, in essence, the protector of human rights. But in reality, this is what the country does. It has just welcomed, hundreds of lawmakers, so-called lawmakers, were cheering, clapping, and rising at every sentence that this war criminal was uttering inside the Congress.
Speaker, the Prime Minister of the State of Israel.
Even when this war criminal was speaking, Israeli army was busy butchering more and more innocent, unarmed Palestinian women, children, and babies. And what this guy was saying there, to which all the Congress members were basically the bunch of lunatics, the bunch of savages, the bunch of baby killers. In fact, if you support this war criminal, you are also baby killers. You are nothing better than that. These bunch of criminals were rising at every sentence that this war criminal was uttering. He started by saying that this is not a clash of civilization. This is a clash of civilization versus barbarism. He actually admitted that this is indeed a war between barbarism and civilization. Civilization called humanity, which is on the side of Palestinians, and barbarism, which is being led and spearheaded by Israel and its rogue regime, backed by America, the United Kingdom, the EU. All these so-called people, white people who would tell you that they are the champion and promoters of peace and human rights. All the myth is.
This is not a clash of civilizations. It's a clash between barbarism and civilization. It's a clash between those who glorify death and those who sanctify life.
This conflict has done one thing. It has broken that myth that these people care about humanity. They don't. All they care about is their double standard. When there is no danger to human lives in Ukraine, they are pumping money and weapons and billions of pounds and dollars to keep that myth alive that yes, it's a danger to humanity the world is facing at the hands of Russians. But when there is actually an existential crisis to humanity in Gaza, these war criminals, they turn a blind eye because they are not blue-eyed, white European people who are getting butchered. If they were, their reaction would be different. This guy had the audacity to come and lecture people, lecture us of humanity. And guess what? He didn't just stop there. He went a step further. That's where I pity Americans, that they have no self-respect. I'm sorry, a lot of Americans who are watching this channel, sorry to you, you guys are equally complicit. because you guys have voted these jokers and clowns to power. Otherwise, how on earth a foreign leader, a foreign politician, a foreigner who is surviving on your charity, on your money, on your dole, comes to your Congress and accuses your protester, who is essentially just enjoying the First Amendment rights enshrined in their constitution, in their law, accusing those protesters of being useful idiots of Iran. He has the audacity to do that from the podium of your Congress. And guess what? Your congressmen and women, your representatives, they get up and they clap. Absolutely no shame. Of course, you don't care about Palestinians. But I didn't know that you don't even care about your own self-esteem. Do you need an encyclopedia or Google to know what is happening in Gaza? Don't trust me. Trust your own American doctor, a Jewish American doctor who had just come back from spending a week in Gaza.
When were you in Gaza?
End of April for the first couple of weeks. And then there's sniper bullets. I have children that were shot twice. All of the disasters I've seen combined, 40 mission trips, 30 years, ground zero, earthquakes, all of that combined doesn't equal the level of carnage that I saw against civilians in just my first week in Gaza.
And when you say civilians, is it mostly children?
Almost exclusively children. I've never seen that before.
Up until now, you have been funding this genocide, but now you invite that war criminal in the building which you say is meant to enact laws, to lecture the world on human rights and freedom of speech and rule of law. And you invite a war criminal after what International Criminal Court has done on him, against him, and International Court of Justice has said about his regime. You invite that criminal to your Congress? Shame on you. You know what has happened now? Next time America says anything, in fact, I will never be believing Americans. So definition of American terrorists and American heroes are completely different to what is actually in reality. So if America says somebody is a terrorist, rest assured they are the heroes. And if America says somebody is a hero, rest assured that person or individual is a terrorist. Do not trust these people. They are warmongers. They are terrorist nations. Their only job is to promote terror. They only care about humanity when the victims are blue-eyed white people. That's all. That's all they care about it. Otherwise, can you imagine the world to remain silent? You are cheering this war criminal in your Congress. You are cheering and celebrating his arrival when his army, his bunch of lunatics and terrorists have just killed 24-year-old autistic person. They let the dog on him. They arrested their loved ones so that nobody could go near him. And they left that 24-year-old man with a 1-year-old baby's brain to die. And now the Israel's so-called the most moral army has actually admitted that yes, we did that. And yet there is complete silence in the world media and complete silence in those countries who say that they are the champions of human rights. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because that's one of the many ways you can support independent journalism. God bless you all.